New tonight at 11, it's a popular way to generate some extra cash in a very tough market.
I'm just learning about this tonight. House hacking involves renting out a portion of your home, and while it can offset the high cost of home ownership, it may not be as simple as it seems. Jonathan Martin showing us how in tonight's Affording Atlanta.
Shante Hughes just furnished his basement.
I'm also going to put an actual full refrigerator here later on.
And is ready to rent it out.
So they have their own personal interests, so if they wanted to come in separate from where I come in.
He purchased his home in Morrow last year. He lives upstairs and plans to charge a tenant $1,200 a month to stay downstairs.
Having a tenant, the idea was getting someone here to make the home pay for itself.
He's among a growing number of homeowners turning to house hacking or purchasing a property, living in part of it, and renting out the rest as a way to reduce or eliminate living expenses.
This is definitely not easy. It's taking a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time, and it's a lot that you have to do on your own. So.
Hughes works in film production, and when work slowed during last year's Hollywood strikes, he relied on extra income from having a tenant for a few months.
Bathroom.
But he also learned being a landlord can be a challenge when plumbing and other issues popped up.
So we have to be responsible for all of the maintenance, everything. Like I can't call somebody to come in the same day and fix something.
I believe in house hacking. I think it's a great way for people to kind of stay ahead of the curve.
Real estate expert Daniel Dorfman runs Atlanta's Roots investment community. He says before you try this, make sure you have the right space and don't make changes that could decrease your home value.
Have the basement that could be converted. Have the back of the house that can be converted. Don't just try and fit a space within your home that might not work.
And he says be sure you know the legal implications of being a landlord and are following city codes and HOA rules.
A lot of HOAs don't even allow rentals, period. And sometimes they do put blocks on different roommate situations as well. So digest those rules, understand where your counties are, what your city rules are, what your county rules are.
I was going to get out of his way.
For Shante Hughes, now comes the critical part, finding a tenant and vetting them. For him, it's someone who's low-key and looking to rent long-term.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you got to find the right person, and the real estate expert that we spoke to also says you got to think about utilities, not just the cost of them going up with someone else being in your home, but also think about the thermostat, the internet router, if those are in spaces that you don't want someone entering. So a lot to think about, but also a great way to make some money if you need it.
I'm starting to see that in my neighborhood, actually. Even though we have an HOA, I'm starting to wonder, hey, it looks like there's several families maybe living in one home because the economy's tough.
But there are rules. Again, you got to check with your HOA and your city code.
Yeah, got to find the balance.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan, thank you so much.